Para sa 100% pag-unlad,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% pagbabago,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% paglilingkod,
50 si Manny.
Kanipaya. Para sa 100% Pinas.
50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MP! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Valoria goes left. Valoria flips it up and in! Orlan Lamar, but Lamar gets the step and the finish.
Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire.
Oh my goodness! June Manzo all the way from Serrano, Bebuelo, Serrano with the basket. Fuentes, no hesitation, gets it to go. No! Obisto, yeah! Jason Obisto with the putback!
Nagbabalik ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino dito sa West Arena in Valenzuela City. Earlier, we saw the demolition of the Bulacan Cuyas by the Binyanta Takjel. For the second game, Val Acuña will be looking to lead his team to a bounce-back victory against the Imus Brotherhood. JJ Caspe has been having a spectacular season for his new squad and he hopes to get a victory as well para sa kanyang kupunan dito sa ating laro. This is Gensan versus the Imus Brotherhood. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, mga kaliga. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, this is going to be a very interesting matchup between two teams that play a very contrasting style. What can we expect dito sa laro na to?
Well, expect a lot of fireworks. I mean, JJ Caspe going up against a Mark Cruz-led team, expect fireworks between these two teams.
Well, let's see how they are gonna do that. Hihimayin natin yan in just a bit. Mapapanood nyo ang MPBL on our Facebook and YouTube channels as well as on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays beginning at 6 o'clock p.m. Let's now take a look at the team standings sa ating Southern Division where our two teams that will be playing in just a bit are situated in.
Well, kanina nanalo yung Binyan, so 4-3 na sila. Tied sila with Imus Brotherhood. Imus wants to get ahead against the team with Binyan. Samantalang itong Gensan Warriors really trying to give a chase towards that middle tier teams para more or less maganda yung standing nila.
Both of these teams are coming off a loss. Gensan, after winning their first two games of the season, has lost 4 straight, including their last game against the Val City Magic. And that was such a heartbreaker para sa kanila because that game went into overtime and that was a very close encounter that featured 13 ties, 17 lead changes, and no team led by more than 7 points in that game.
Yeah, close game all the way. Yung mga runs kanya-kanya rin, lalo na in that fourth quarter when it was 81 all after a 7-0 run by Val City. Val City really just more stable in the overtime period. And the numbers show you that madaming attempts actually ng South Cotabato Warriors, a lot of them from threes and offensive rebounds. Pero again, yung steadier na finish nitong Val City in overtime really gave that win to them. A minus 18 points in the paint, all because they were scoring a lot from the threes, and yung offensive rebounds plus 8 pa nga sila in that department para dito sa South Cotabato.
That was their second straight heartbreaker after also losing a close one to the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. And for Coach Elvis Tolentino and his boys, what they want to happen this evening is a victory.
Oh yeah.
Yun lang naman ang gusto nila, especially because they have been on this losing streak. 4 games already lost straight by the Gensan Warriors to begin this season after beginning with 2 straight victories. Samantalang ang Imus Brotherhood naman, they were coming off a 3-game winning streak coming into this game against the Bataan Risers, but Bataan really plummeted them from the outside in this game.
Yeah, and down double digits in the first quarter, made a run in the second, pero patuloy pa rin yung deficit nila hanggang they lost by 17 points. And you know, they really traded at the start of the game and never recovered. It was anemic 3-point shooting amidst the Bataan's flawless shooting, where Bataan really got 50% of their shooting in, and they had more support to the starters as only 26 bench points ang nakuha nitong Imus versus the 61 that of Bataan. And so you're really gonna need more from the bench of Imus. And do they have the personnel? Definitely they do.
Well, it's very important para sa kanila to have that production from the bench, especially when they're going up against teams that like to play fast in the Gensan Warriors. All right, let's hit the show on the road. It's Gensan versus Imus. Let's go on to Miguel Pere.
Tonight's second game features Gensan Warriors and Imus Grumpy Joe Brotherhood. Live on Solar Sports, the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's carry on the starting fives, beginning with Gensan Warriors. Starting at forward number 15, Flex Apreku. Also at forward number 7, Kyle Tolentino. Coming in at center, number 67, Rene Pacquiao. 2 guard number 8, Ping Masaglang. And at 1 guard number 4, Nico Flash Elorde. Gensan Warriors is led by Boying Diloy with Ramin Pino, Peter Deligero, Eric Coronado, Rod Tolentino, Raisel Castro, and Ray Javier. Team managers, Merman Flores. Team owner is Michael Pacquiao. Now, the starting 5 for the Imus Grumpy Joe Brotherhood. Starting at center, number 14, Ray Acuno. Forward number 19, Errol Soriano. 2 guard number 11, Ker Pangeles. Also at guard number 12, JJ Caspe. And the other forward number 24, Mark Toligon. The head coach for Imus Grumpy Joe Brotherhood is Brit Reroma. Assistant coaches, Jay Padrigao and Mike Orquillas. Team consultant, RJ Rizada. Assistant team manager, TJ Marquez. Team owner is Ruby Navarro.
Ang mga una sa laro na to are starting 5 brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Gensan will be beginning things with Nico Elorde and Ping Masaglang together with Rene Pacquiao, Felix Apreco Jr. and Kyle Tolentino. Sa kabilang panig naman ng Imus Brotherhood will go with JJ Caspe, Ker Bangeres, Raymark Acuno, Errol Soriano, and the do-it-all Mark Doligon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, mga kaliga. Welcome to the second game of our Tuesday triple header dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. This is our first game day back from the Holy Week break. I hope everybody was able to reflect and recharge. Javi Palanya joined by Coach Mike Perez. Ms. Lyra Punsalan is at courtside. And the opening tip goes to the Imus Brotherhood, who are sporting new jerseys in this game.
Yeah, it looks good, huh? It looks really nice. Love the combination, though.
Raymark Acuno getting to work early there, drawing the foul against Rene Pacquiao.
And speaking of recharge and reflection, mukhang nagkaroon ng reflection rin itong coaching staff ng South Cotabato Warriors, because I think for the very first time, we don't have Mark Cruz starting. In all the previous 6 games, he started in all of them. Right now, he's coming off the bench, and what's dangerous is you have Val Acuña also coming off the bench, a couple of good three-point shooters for the Warriors.
Well, let's see how this development will affect the Gensan Warriors moving forward, especially in this game. They get a steal here. Tolentino goes ahead. He loses it for a bit. Nice recovery by JJ Caspe.
Yeah, and for all you basketball kids right there, that's what the impact of a little fumble could do. You know, it could throw you off rhythm. He had the full lane to himself. But Kyle, this one, he makes it.
Easy baseline jumper off the baseline inbounds for Gensan. That's Kyle Tolentino getting the first points of this game. An early pressure here being shown on Mark Daligon. Acuno wants it against Rene Pacquiao. That's good defensive pressure shown here by the white shirts early in this game.
Yeah.
Daligon talagang madikit si Kyle Tolentino sa kanya. That's a tough shot.
Wow.
Ahead is Ping Masaglang. Masaglang goes for the emergency delivery to Rene Pacquiao. Apreku back to Ping. Masaglang, wala pa ring mapuntahan. Shot clock at 10. Elorde wants the high ball screen. Doesn't use it. Elorde driving against Caspe. The bounce pass to Rene Pacquiao goes between his legs. And that's going to be Imus basketball.
Yeah, and they didn't have that right angle on that curl under move as Masaglang was it Nico? Was trying to drive that side of the floor.
2-0 in the early goings of this game.
Yeah.
Wala pang 2 minuto nakakalipas.
And if you're a huge basketball fan, you just love this full court, in-your-face defense by the Warriors. And part of that's the reason why they're allowing only 75 points to their opponents.
Well, that's the same kind of identity that every Coach Elvis Tolentino team has had over the years. Rene Pacquiao, that has been his identity in his professional basketball career, the ability to hit the outside shot.
And one of the very, few players. Oh, another steal.
Masaglang picks the pocket of Gerbangeles. And this is an early 7-0 start for Gensan.
And you love the energy of these Gensan Warriors. I know in their mind, those 2 close losses, they feel that should have been ours. It could have been a better record right now compared to where we are.
Well, actually, yung tatlo dun sa mga talo nila were very close.
Yeah,
the only blowout loss that they had was against Abra, where they really struggled to shoot the basketball.
And that's when they scored, only 4 points in the first quarter. But after that, it's been a different kind of Warriors team.
Elorde goes for the fake, drives inside, met by the help defense of Errol Soriano after he got past JJ Caspe. But that's going to be a travel against Nico Elorde.
Kung ikaw naman ang Imus right now, and Coach Britt, I'm sure, is telling these guys, stay composed. Maaga pa ito, ang dami pang quarters, ang dami pang minuto. Steady lang tayo, we'll find our rhythm and just keep executing.
Bangeles forward to Errol Soriano. Apreco is on him.
See how much time they spent just to get that ball over at the half court.
Almost 9 seconds. Acuno jumps a pass inside Soriano. Kinuyog ng depensa doon. Those were all white shirts in the vicinity. Tolentino. No good on the 3-point shot. Nobody boxing out Felix Apreco for that offensive board. However, he loses it. Kaya lang last touch laban sa Imus.
Yeah, and Javi, you see that little transition being run off misses by the Warriors. They immediately, while the ball is in the middle, they've got that left side of the floor, wing and corner filled.
Well, now Nico Elorde fills up the basket with another baseline jumper for Gensan.
And so far, this has been all Gensan this quarter.
7 ang abante ng Warriors. Daligon wants a clear out against Tolentino. Rene Pacquiao's ready to help. Here's the double. Reggie Boy Basibas dribbles in and gets the jumper from the elbow.
And that's one guy definitely that they're gonna need on the perimeter, knocking down those shots. Reggie Boy Basibas.
Elorde setting up the table here. He calls horns for Gensan. Uses the Precu screen. Pacquiao hands it off to Tolentino. Kyle, one dribble, pull up. That's money para kay Kyle Tolentino.
And you like that Kyle is actually starting to, consciously and intentionally getting shot attempts in.
Tolentino was 1 out of 9 against Valenzuela, only had 2 points.
Yeah. And very true to his average. Parang 5 points per game lang. He's so much better than that in a game.
Hey, Coach, do you think that average by Kyle Tolentino was as well as the average of Marvin Junicio has been affecting
Yeah.
Gensan early in the season.
Oh, without a doubt. As you see this beautiful setup play here on that pull-up jumper, one escape dribble by Kyle Tolentino.
Those two guys that I just mentioned have been averaging below what we could know as they're really capable scorers.
Right, agree. And Marvin would be good for double digits. I can tell you that. I can tell you that Kyle is also capable of scoring in double digits. But right now, they're only 5 and 6 points respectively on average.
Nais natin pasalamatan ng LGR, the official outfitter of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. That's a careless turnover by Gensan. That gives Imus an opportunity to trim down this 6-point lead. 5 minutes and 25 are now approaching the halfway point of quarter number 1. So the same set of starters on the floor for Coach Boying Diloy and Coach Raisal Castro. That's a miss for the Brotherhood. Still pushing here are the Warriors. On the secondary break, you see Kyle Tolentino cutting and finishing.
Right. Now, this is how the Warriors really play. I mean, a lot of pushing off the ball, trying to get open spots, you know, quick decision making, pretty much in them.
Caspe has the height advantage against Nico Elorde. Beautiful find to Reggie Boy Basibas.
And so far, Reggie Boy is winning that matchup with Pacquiao in the middle, just actively moving.
Coach Britra Roma playing matchups here. That was an early substitution that he had for Reggie Boy Basibas to come into the game, and he gets the rebound. Doligon has Masaglang trailing behind him. Gets a pass to Acuno. That's going to be a foul on the pass ball. Masaglang will be called for the personal. Tingnan natin itong fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme X-Pop personal karaoke speaker every day. Karaoke.
Yeah, pretty much classic transition right there. Find the wingman, see if there's a post-up, and if there is, a little give and go. Val Acuña's now on the floor.
Acuña had 23 points to lead Gensan in that game against Valenzuela, which they lost by 5 in overtime.
Right.
Doligon, he can hit that, and he does so on that attempt.
Klase rin talaga yung binibigay ni Mark Doligon para dito sa Imus Brotherhood.
His confidence this year is just skyrocket.
Oh yeah, 12.7 points per game.
That guy doesn't really need much of an introduction. The inaugural season MVP, Val Acuña, missing on his first attempt.
And he's got to get up that first shot to calibrate himself in game. In the previous game, he said he scored 23, right? 18 of those came in the second quarter. He was 10 and 8 in the third and the fourth quarter.
This is our 3-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Yeah.
Mark Doligon draining it from the right flank. There's going to be an early challenge here by Coach Britra Roma and Coach Ricky Alcantara. The yellow light in front of Miguel Pere is now on. There you see Coach Britra Roma. He's not safe from the heat in this gym. You can see the bullets of sweat on his face. We'll take a short break.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Ball possession goes
To the dismay of Coach Britra Roma, that challenge was unsuccessful. See here.
Oh yeah, bago lumabas, tumama pa sa daliri ni Mark.
It's sometimes really a hard call to make as a head coach if you're gonna oblige to the request of your player.
Right.
Kasi minsan very convincing rin yung pagkasabi sa'yo eh.
Oo.
Val Acuña, second attempt, still a miss. Caspe skies for that rebound. They're down by 3 here, talking about the Brotherhood.
Missed threes by Val Acuña, but still those are good shots because you know that's within his flow and that's within his range.
Basibas pops out,
Oh,
free
once
throw
again.
line jumper. Doesn't get the bounce. Sumabat, who just checked in, gets the offensive rebound. He'll take the three. He can hit that. In and out. Caspe almost getting another possession for Imus. Elorde nahihirapan dito. Able to get a heads-up play to Larry Rodriguez.
Give and go again, same play.
Elorde. That shot was challenged by Belenson, but a little too far away. Nico Elorde draining it from the left flank.
And that's pretty much how Carl Tolentino got his layup earlier. A pass to the post, give and go, and then somebody replaces him on that wing, which happens to be Nico Elorde, knocking down that three.
Ani, mga bante dito ng Gensan. Yan ang hinahabol ngayon ng Imus. JP Belenson, the team captain of the Brotherhood. Gets it to Doligon. Quick drive to the basket. Head finish at the rim. Basibas with the offensive rebound. There's a foul. You just love that explosiveness you're seeing from Mark Doligon.
Yeah, definitely.
This is our assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Reggie Boy Basibas getting that incredible feed from JJ Caspe at the post.
Yeah, and kung ikaw si Coach Britre Roma, gusto mo yan. You know, Reggie Boy Basivas getting in the flow of the offense. You're not just going to be dependent on JJ Caspe.
Isay Koga, somebody who has been very familiar with Coach Britre Roma's system, now on the floor. Caspe has to take it near the logo. That's off to the right. Mark Cruz is now in the game, together with Aaron Heruta and Marvin Janicio.
Yep.
Acuna, extra pass. The former Marikina
There you
shoe master can't the outside shot.
His numbers are actually very deceiving to start the season. You know, Marvin Janicio is not worth 16% three-point shooter. You know, he's so much better than that.
And the fact that he's playing 25 minutes per game, Coach.
Exactly.
You just have to expect so much more from him. Belenson trying to toy with the defense here of Acuna. Just a lot of steps.
Yeah. You love JP Belenchon's footwork, but that one's a little bit too extra right there.
It's really tricky to master that gather step.
You try and take as much from the zero step. Tsaka yung mga long strides.
Yeah. Cruz matched up against Koga. Two familiar foes.
Oh, man.
Rodriguez, the extra pass. Janicio, 5 straight to begin this game.
I tell you, it's the gravity of Val Acuna that made that play possible. Immediately on the catch, he drew 2 defenders, gave it up to Larry. Larry, you know, the high IQ player it is, understands help, and found another guy that's least guarded.
This lead is now up to double digits. 11 ang lamang. Basibas could not cut it down to 9. Tatakbo muli ang Gensan. Cruz, sabay sa pass. Heruta, finger roll, left it short. Basibas, natapik mula sa likod.
Wow, another turnover here forced by the Warriors. That's the 4th already.
5th already, Coach.
Oh, 5th, right.
A counter steal here by the Brotherhood. The guys in black and green trying to get a score here. They need it badly, and Carlos Sumabat gives them that basket.
Somehow, you know, itong Imus, they're trying to keep in pace. Pero iba yung energy na dala ng Gensan Warriors.
Coach Boying Diloy doesn't want this to spark a rally, so he calls a timeout. But let's take a look at this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Extra pass from Reggie Boy Basibas in the basket from Carlos Sumabat Jr. Check out our special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. course, 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL this year. JP Belenchon and the Imus Brotherhood down by 9 points against the Gensan Warriors. Valacuña at 23 points in their loss against Val City sa kanilang huling laro. Both teams looking to bounce back from losses.
Agree, napakahalaga niyan, lalo na dito, early start ng season, you wanna at the very least stay in the middle tier, no? So that you got that chance to aim for the top.
Rodriguez wants it. He has the advantage here against Belenchon. Kicks it out. Jonicio steps in closer. No good on the shot. He started the game with 5 straight points, and that's gonna do it. Our first quarter comes to a close. The Imus Brotherhood down early here against the Gensan Warriors. We saw the running game of the guys in white, delivering every pass to perfection. Kyle Tolentino, he got a lot of opportunities in that first quarter. JJ Caspe acted as a decoy to guys like Reggie Boy Basibas, who came off the bench and gave somewhat of a spark here for the Imus Brotherhood, while Marvin Jonicio, also a good sign that he's starting well para sa kupunan ng Gensan. The score, once again, is 21-12. Second quarter of action, sa aming pagbabalik.
Lenny Pagyan 50 tayo.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100%'ong pagbabago,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod,
si Manny.
Lenny Pagyan. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas.
50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It's been 4 straight losses after their first 2 wins now for the season for the Gensan Warriors, at medyo hindi na nga nasisihan ng coaching staff nila with their current standing, lalo na't medyo mataas daw ang expectations sa kanila from last season. They said they're gonna play hard and aggressively today, which we can definitely see dahil galing nga din daw sa talo itong Imus Brotherhood. Para naman sa Imus, the Holy Week was a refresher daw para kina Coach Brick to reignite their passion, resetting their personal goals and fixing their attitude sa laro. Gagawin daw nilang lahat ngayong araw na hindi lang pantayan, kundi lamangan ang energy ng Gensan. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Lyra. But so far, Imus has been trailing the Gensan Warriors. 9 points ang hinahabol nila dito. And so far, Coach, what is your assessment after that first quarter for these two teams?
Well, I think the key word is intentional. I mean, on both ends of the floors, para dito sa Gensan Warriors, you saw from the tip how they quickly went into their offensive set and how quickly they went into their full court defense. That defense alone already cost, 4 turnovers to Imus, to which they got 9 points out of it. And so, clearly shows you that defensively, nakafocus rin sila. And the good thing as well, the shooting has been really good. I mean, 56% from the field, 9 of 16, 3 of 7 from 3. And you got Kyle Tolentino and Marvin Jonicio scoring for you in that first quarter. That's pretty good basketball if you're Gensan Warriors.
Well, for the Imus Brotherhood, the same cannot be said. They're only shooting 38% from the field in this game. Cruz launches from the outside. No good. That's Pollard there by Kit Ariar. Nakakapasok lang sa laro na to, surprisingly.
Right. Agree.
Ariar usually starts for Coach Brit Roma, so even Imus trying a tweak in their rotation.
And so far of the starters, Doligon did start the game, and he's averaged, 12 points per game. He's been doing real good so far, but Caspis medyo silent ng konti to start the game.
Well, he was satisfied with being the passer in that first quarter, talking about JJ Caspe. Did not really intend to shoot baskets in that opening period.
Tsaka ang ganda ng nilaro ni Reggie Boy Basibas doon eh. He had 6 points in that quarter, and a lot of them were, him making himself available by moving around.
Shot clock at 10 here for Gensan. Heruta against CJ Alatica. Spins, that's
Good
blocked.
defense.
Si Alatica na rin ang nagbaba dito. Try to get it to Rick Kaunan.
Yeah.
And that was tapped out of bounds by a Gensan player.
And that's the value of CJ Alatica. I mean, He's basically a grab-and-go player. He gets the rebound, he can push the ball and make decisions off of it. And if needed, can finish through contact.
Koga inbounds to CJ. Rios saying it's a screen from Quinta Arriar. Arriar, elbow jumper. Oh, that was halfway down. Sa kabila naman dito ang Gensan. Jonicio had 5 points in the first quarter.
Grabe yung movement ng Warriors.
Acuna pulls up, jumper still no good. Still no points on the board para kay Val Acuna sa laro na to. Alatica was ahead and he gets the 2 points right there.
And that's the CJ Alatica that if you follow this guy, that's really how he plays. A lot of intensity and can play the length of the floor.
Jonicio almost shuffled his feet. Acuna will try again. He will not stop shooting. Val Acuna finally able to puncture the nets.
Tsaka yun lang ang kailangan niya, makakita ng isang pumasok di ba?
Heads up play, Jonicio able to get it forward to the Ant-Man, and Mark Cruz will finish the job.
Look at this guards right here. Marwin, Mark, and Nico. Tough defenders. Really good offensive players too.
Alatica nadulas doon. That's off his foot. That's going to go the sign of Gensan. Imus has to be very careful here.
Right.
Gensan might just break this game wide open.
Yeah.
This is our fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme X-Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
And the moment you spin off that ball on the backcourt, they're going to steal off of you.
Mark Cruz gets it to Evangelista. One dribble inside, finger roll, no. Alatica could not control it. And Gensan will keep possession with a fresh 14 on their shot clock.
Yeah. Might I say, this is a very dynamic offense being shown here by the Warriors. And, you know, Imus really just has to keep up.
Elorde.
Oh, wow.
Looking for a teammate. He goes to Mark Cruz on top. Caspe is on him.
This will be Spain.
Jonicio gets it to the right side. Acuna with a hand in his face. Sumobra yung kanyang tira doon.
Good boxing out though.
Mark Doligon is back in the game for the Brotherhood. That's a foul against Nico Elorde. CJ Alatica trying to go to work early there on that left side.
If there's a couple of hard-nosed players on the floor right now, it's those two. These ones right here, CJ and Nico.
You see the pull down by Nico Elorde. Jed Ong will check into the game for the first time para kay Coach Brit Roma. Gaspel looking for a teammate. Doligon trying to go middle, goes to the other side. Doligon with a one-hander.
Mark Doligon, the many times that I've seen him play, is really a scoring Draymond Green kind of player.
Actually, yeah.
Diba? Pati yung galaw tsaka yung left-hand dribble.
I would liken more to a LeBron James than a Draymond Green.
Could be. Lakas rin kasi ng katawan.
Lakas ng katawan Well,
hindi mo basta mausog
Mark Cruz knocking down that jumper from the baseline. Jed Ong nagmamadali dito para sa Imus. Jed Ong puts it up. Did not wait for the defense to set.
Na-tempt si Mark. Nasumundot Diyan na rin natawa siya.
He's trying to plead his case.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna get anything out of it. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And so far, really, the Gensan Warriors defense has made, you know, Imus pay. 7 turnovers, to which they got 11 points out of it.
And there seems to be something from the scorer's table. Mark Cruz will be given warning.
Okay. The referees really just want to control this one. I mean, very early, they understand this is highly contested. Palamig lang ng konti. Medyo mainit yung venue, pero you know, you gotta control the players.
It was 36 degrees when I last checked the temperature on my weather app earlier. Medyo lumamig naman na ng konti ngayon.
Oh, yeah. Pero kanina halos kasing init itong kape ko.
Well, sana kasing init din yung aksyon na makikita natin dito. I'm sure Imus still has a lot of fight left in them at di naman sila papayag na basta-basta lang silang matatalo dito.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Itong Imus, they're really tough as well. If you look at them, you have to remember these guys beat out surprisingly in opening day yung ng first game nila, the Mindoro Tamaraws.
Correct, yes.
And that was a huge come from behind win.
And they just lost to our defending champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns, by 5 points sa kanilang next game.
Right.
There you see Coach Rizal Castro.
Kaya ngayon you see the averages there of Marcus. Ang labanan ngayon is yung cross matching Kailangan yung roster mo mabigat pagka cross matching Big or small, guard to guard skill set.
Jed Ong nakahanap ng butas.
Ayan.
At muntikan pang ilawa, but still getting the 2 points there on his strong side. Jed Ong making things happen para sa Imus.
Well, all because Caspe was right there in the corner, same side of the floor. Hindi maka-help yung nakadepensa kay Caspe kasi sigurado pag pinasama yun, pupukulang ka nun.
Nico Elorde, without any hesitation, that bounces off an Imus player to Mark Doligon. Doligon looking, assessing, sees Ariar. The drop step, one fake, left that one short, gets his own miss. Second serving is good para kay Kint Ariar.
Kint Ariar is a special kind of talent. You see that footwork right there. Still was able to measure that missed shot, recollect it, regather himself, and then put it off with the offhand. See that straight, up and under. Left hand finish, no. Get the rebound, left hand finish again.
The footwork, the hustle, the energy, these are just some of the things that Quintarial has been given Imus in this season. 20-8 to 28 ang ating tala.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% pagbabago,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% paglilingkod,
Si Manny.
kanipaya, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Nahati mo, si Manny!
Quintarial in that game against the Bataan Risers had a double-double of 10 points and 11 rebounds. Also dished out 4 assists. Ariar has been showing us the full package so far this season in his stint with the Brotherhood.
Totoo yan. And, top 3 yan pagdating sa ng Imus Brotherhood. Minutes played, points per game, 12.7. Rebounds, roughly about 9. And blocks and steals, almost a couple per game.
The Brotherhood are on a mini run here, which triggered the timeout by Coach Boying Deloy. Let's see if they can end that here. Offensive rebound for Felix Apreco leads to this basket by Kyle Tolentino.
Yeah. And I think more than the run of Imus, what prompted that timeout is that their offense actually slowed down. And they were pretty much fiery in that first quarter, and you got to sustain that.
Alas dikit ang ating scoring here in this second quarter. Reggie Boy Basibas runs into 2 defenders, Gama Evangelista and Felix Apreco.
Yeah.
We're all waiting for him. This is our assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. That's Kyle Tolentino, the beneficiary of that pass.
Yeah, ang ganda ng movement niya. After that shot attempt, he immediately run to the elbow side, to which libre siya on that little give and go with Alex Apreco.
Kyle Tolentino tonight, coach, has really been impressive getting points within the system.
Yeah. At saka gusto mo yung body language niya, you see that level of confidence in his game.
Dahil may mga times talaga, especially when he starts missing, that he seems so out of it.
Correct. Yung nakababa agad yung balikat, diba?
Joel Liu losing it on the baseline. That's off his knee.
No, we talk about defense. That's one other defensive player that you have for the Gensan Warriors.
Also one of their newest additions this season. coming on over from the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. He has jumped through multiple teams throughout the past few years, but has always been given any team that he's played for that intensity on the defensive end.
Yeah. Yun ang hindi mo matatawaran naman dyan kay Joel Liu.
Along with, I must say, an improved offensive arsenal. Backing down here is JJ Caspe.
Nice pass.
Nakita ulit si Reggie Boy Basibas.
And I agree to your point. Doesn't need to score. He's got to find open players and teammates on the floor.
Caspe now with 2 assists, both to Reggie Boy Basibas in this game. Joel Liu, post entry to Gama Evangelista. The kick out to Elorde. Doligot switches on him. That's going to be a foul against Mark. That's going to be number 2 laban sa kanya. This was the previous play. Caspe patiently looking inside and seeing once again ito si Reggie Boy Basibas.
Tsaka si Reggie ang sipag rin talaga pumunta sa mga spots kung saan makikita siya ng may hawak ng bola para mapasahan siya. Hindi siya nakatayo lang, he's working for his opportunities.
Quintariar will be subbed out here by Raymar Cacuno. So Imus trying to go a little bigger here on the floor. Tolentino couldn't hit from 3. Another offensive rebound for Gensan. This time it's with Rene Pacquiao. Pacquiao kicks it out. Liu for 3. Good line, just too strong on the shot. Pito ang hinahabol dito ng Brotherhood. Basibas was asking for it again on that dunker spot, but Caspe could not see him. Doligon wants it against a smaller Elorde. It's with Caspe now. 10 on the shot clock. JJ being guarded here now by Apreku. Caspe somehow, some way makes it happen.
Ginawan ng paraan. Yun ang masasabi mo doon. Wala tayong mapasahan. Ako na nga i-score.
This is now just a 5-point lead. Liu picks it out. Elorde sets for 3. No dice on that shot. Doligon crossover to the left. Doligon with the left hand. Couldn't get the roll. Jed Ong to Basibas. Might have been flipped, but still getting the 2 points. Amazing shots here being shown by Reggie Boy Basibas. And the fans in here are loving it.
Yeah, I say this is so far the best game I've seen Reggie Boy Basibas play in a very long while.
Correct. I must agree with you. The same with me.
Yeah.
But Rene Pacquiao also trying to be in contest for that.
Right. Good range though in that area.
Rene Pacquiao flashing in the middle against that zone. Nobody on him. Raymar Cacuno was too late to try and give any resistance to that shot. And helping itong Gensan restore order here against a raging Imus Brotherhood.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% pagbabago,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% paglilingkod,
50 si Manny.
Manny Pacquiao. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Check out our special deal from 1xBet when you scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Once again from 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino is still live from the West Arena in Valenzuela City. Our first game day back from our Holy Week break. We hope everybody's refreshed after that 1 week respite. Also a chance for a lot of the teams and the players, the coaches as well, to recover from injuries, ailments, whatnot. This is still Javi Palanya on the call, joined by Coach Mike Perez. Ms. Lyra Punsalan is at courtside. This is the second game of our Tuesday triple header, and so far, Imus has engaged Gensan in a tight game here in the second quarter, Coach.
At saka the 3-point shooting has gone south here for Gensan Warriors. After that Vala Cunha 3 earlier, we haven't seen anyone knock down anything from outside.
The lead was as high as 12 for the guys in white. At talagang hinabol yan dito ng Imus Brotherhood. They're only down by 5 points. Very much manageable. Minute and 44 remaining here in the first half.
I see right there, turnovers, 5 versus 8. And 8 of those turnovers, they got 11 points off of it, itong Gensan Warriors.
But the Brotherhood, despite those 8 turnovers, forced a stop here. Jedong has had some knockout baskets in this game, but he gives that assist to Quintariar, draining that jumper.
Elbow to elbow movement ni Kent Arriar tsaka ni Reggie Boy Basiba. So far, in my observation, those spots have not well defended by the Warriors.
Mark Cruz. Belanzon switches on him. Tolentino launches from 3. Arriar winning that battle against Bon Tambeling.
Now empty possessions after empty possessions, no conversions. This is allowed itong Imus to come back and chip in. They're down only 3 right now.
And this is not a good foul given up by Tambeling because Gensan has been in the penalty.
And you know, they've outscored so far itong Gensan Warriors 17-11 here.
Caspe at the free throw line. You see there his averages. He has blossomed into an all-around player here in the MPBL. One of the up-and-coming stars, I must say.
Yeah.
There you see Coach Britra Roma and Coach Ricky Alcantara.
Right.
Between them, years of coaching experience, by the way.
Agree. And I love that you said that because I was gonna say na nakita mo nalalamangan kanina, nakatiin ng depensa ng Warriors pero hindi nataranta. You know? Steady lang, mahaba pa yung laro.
Of course, Coach Brit has had a lot of championships both on the high school and collegiate level, while Coach Ricky as a former assistant of Coach Tim Cohn in the PBA with Ginebra. I think until now, I'm not so sure. Under 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Caspe uses the Acuno screen. Arriar wanted him to go one-on-one. Instead, he'll take the shot himself. That one's short. Acuno gets the offensive rebound. No bounce.
Oh, wow.
Caspe, offensive rebound. 2, and JJ Caspe putting it in.
How about JJ Caspe right there?
Imus is now ahead 33-32. Kyle Tolentino could not beat the buzzer. What a frenetic finish for the Imus Brotherhood to the second quarter.
And I just love it. Really good runs here by both these teams. A strong run to start by the Warriors, but you know, Imus came back and fought in.
Talagang hindi mo matatawaran ang laban na pinapakita nitong koponan ni Coach Britra Roma. That has been their story all season long. They end this first half up by 1, 33-32.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad,
50 si Manny,
para sa 100% pagbabago,
50 si Manny,
para sa 100% paglilingkod,
50 si Manny,
Kanipaya, para sa 100% Pinas.
50 ka,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
You are still tuned into Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is the halftime of our second game between the Gensan Warriors and Imus Brotherhood. Our halftime score is 32-33 in favor of Gensan Warriors. Ako po si Lyra Punsalan at kasama natin ngayon ang team owner ng Gensan Warriors, Sir Merman Flores. Sir, can you share us gaano nag-prepare during the Holy Week ang Gensan Warriors to be back in the game?
When we have a chance to practice, we would go practice kasi since Holy Week, we have to celebrate and we have to pray and we have to be holy that week. So, kung meron kaming scheduled practice, we'll practice. Kung wala, then...
And Sir Merman, kahit na nalamangan ng isang puntos ang Gensan, nakikita natin na magandang pinapakita nila sa first half. Ano pong masasabi mo sa composure at execution ng team so far?
Okay lang, pero we were up by like 12 points kaso na they came back. Nawala yung defense namin, nawala yung composure namin towards the end. So hopefully, we'll play better sa second half.
Any greetings, Sir Merman?
Yes, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Armor On, Jinky Skin, Sandman, Mount Sabrina, and sa lahat po ng mga nanonood sa Gensan ngayon, good evening po sa inyo lahat. And syempre, huwag niyo natin kakalimutan ng MPBL Party List, sila Commissioner Kenneth Remdes and Ron Monsayak. Sa lahat po na nandito nanonood ngayon, good evening po.
Maraming salamat, Sir Merman Flores, the team manager of the Gensan Warriors. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Okay, congratulations sa ating winner, si Chris Laplana. Mananalo ka ng sapatos mula sa Street Best.
pag 50-50 tayo.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad,
50 si Manny,
para sa 100%'ong pagbabago,
50 si Manny,
para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod,
50 si Manny,
Kanipaya. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 CMP! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Welcome to halftime here between the Gensan Warriors and the Imus Brotherhood, where the Brotherhood are leading by a solitary point, 33-32. It's been a tale of two quarters here, Coach Mike, with Gensan getting up against Imus in the first quarter, while the Brotherhood really getting back with a good answer in that second period.
Well, that switch on the field goal percentage has been the story so far. Kanina, 46% versus 30-something yan in favor of Gensan. But now, it's actually Imus shooting better from the field. But the thing is, the 8 turnovers that were forced on Imus really helped 11 points para dito sa Gensan. The rebounds, clearly, that's on the side of Imus. Very forceful with the guys inside, including Acuño and the bench. 19 versus 12. Well, Mark Cruz, Junicio, as well as Acuña were the ones who scored from the bench para dito sa Gensan. Samantalang it was Basibas that helped out lead the bench point scoring para dito sa Imus.
You're looking at the leading scorers on your screen. It's Cal Tolentino leading the way. He had an impressive first quarter for the Gensan Warriors, but went silent in the second period. Samantalang para sa Imus Brotherhood naman, Basibas has been good all game long para sa kanilang kupunan. 9 points to lead the way. Mark Doligon has been his usual steady self.
That's right. And you like that Mark actually combined sparingly with Kent Ariar as with Reggie Boy Basiba. Those three, I feel, have really helped out, especially with JJ Caspe getting involved later on in the half.
We'd like to greet a happy viewing to Bong and Jem Bakiran of Altrea Beach Resort. Happy viewing sa inyong lahat. At happy viewing na rin sa lahat na nanonood sa ating Facebook and YouTube channels. This is Javi Palanya, still joined by Coach Mike Perez and Miss Lyra Punsalan. Third quarter now underway here. And the Brotherhood turned the ball over on their first possession. Masaglang is off.
Well, a good indicator there for the Gensan Warriors. Starting out the quarter real strong. But you gotta sustain it and not be like how you did it in the first half na bumaba yung inyong production at inyong energy.
Masaglang with 4 points in this game. Acuño could it hit from the elbow. Battle for the loose ball. That's gonna be last touch on Gensan. Take a look at this early fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners. Ping Masaglang with a getaway there after the turnover for the Brotherhood. Kerbangeles was not much of an impact for Imus in that first half. He starts again here in the third quarter with Mark Doligon, Kit Ariar, Ray Acuño, and JJ Caspe. Masaglang, meanwhile, is joined by Kyle Tolentino, Nico Elorde, Rene Pacquiao, and Felix Aprecu. Bangeles will be called for this personal.
I think he got called while defending against Kyle, who was trying to lift from the corner.
Tolentino fade away on the baseline. Wala. Aprecu offensive rebound. Masaglang steps into the jumper. Wala. And they throw it away. Acuño gives it up to his point guard. JJ Caspe will now set up the offense here para sa Imus.
Not a good half-court set for the Warriors that last time around. Everything felt like it was rushed.
Brotherhood have yet to score here. Wala pang 2 minutong nakakalipas dito sa ating third quarter. Caspe at 7 points in the first half. Drops it off. Acuño.
Wow.
Easy 2 points for the big man.
Laking bagay di Acuño dun sa side ng floor na yun. Nobody even near him to try and defend against that shot attempt.
That's his first basket of this game. Lead back with Imus. Tolentino trying to draw some contact against Mark Doligo and missing on the jumper. Tolentino has it again. Gives it up to Masaglang. They swing it to the left side. Elorde gets the step on Bangeles, puts it up, and there's a foul from behind. Looks like it's gonna be on JJ Caspe. This is our system game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And Rene got caught in there trying to help out against that drive by JJ Caspe, leaving his man underneath Acuna for that easy float.
Caspe now with 3 assists in this game. Elorde takes care of business on the first free throw, tying things up at 35. Nico Elorde was 4 out of 11 against Valenzuela in their last game. He had 12 points in that match. 1 out of 2 on that trip to the line. A chance to break the tie here for the Brotherhood. Doligon. A double was coming from Pacquiao. Acuna spots for that jumper. Flawless.
The bigs of Imus are coming out shooting here in this game.
Ano ang maging sagot dito ng mga nakaputi? Elorde, floater in the lane, pure.
Yan, ngayon medyo parang nakikita mo nag-exert talaga ng effort itong Warriors para makascore. No? Kanina medyo pag tinitingnan mo the first quarter, ang dali because their shots were falling. Now they really have to exert a lot of effort to open spots and making good shots.
Doligon puts it up and in. Mark Doligon. He really has a penchant for making impossible shots at times.
Tsaka bawat galaw niya, makikita mo talagang yung diin ba ng kilos. You know, nothing very timid or lazy about it.
Lagi yan. Like
Ganda.
a volleyball setup. Rene Pacquiao goes to Masaglang, who finds Felix Aprecu for that deuce.
A good quick decision right there by that tip going to Felix Aprecu.
Koga now into their front court. There's 14 seconds on the shot clock of Imus. Ariar couldn't get the step on Aprecu. Doligon needs someone to create. He loses it. Ball is on the floor. That's going to stay with the Brotherhood with 2 on their shot clock.
You just love the energy. Every time guys go on the floor, play a little bit of defense.
Take a look at this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Offhand pa yung ginamit pantapik no?
Belenchon near the logo. Nowhere near going in. That's going to be a turnover for the Brotherhood. 24-second shot clock violation laban sa kanila. 10 turnovers in the game for Imus. 6 for Gensan. Masaglang easily gets it across. Aprecu looking for a cutter. Nobody's available. Masaglang meets the rock. Ping gets a pass that was intended for Rodriguez. It was picked off by the interior defense of Imus.
And Imus clearly has read some of the movements of the Warriors. Once that ball goes in the post, they're not looking to score off the post. They're looking to score off cutters on the weak side of the floor. So yun yung dinidepensa nila. Sige, ikaw yung may hawak ng bola sa poste, try mo score because you're not even gonna look at the rim. You're finding open guys cutting through the lane.
Marvin Janicio will come in para kay Felix Aprecu.
Pero ganda pa rin ang depensa ng Warriors. They're not as consistently shooting earlier, pero nandun pa rin yung energy defensively. And that to me is very important.
They're on offense here. Rodriguez.
Yep.
How many times have we seen that over the course of his career? Larry Rodriguez knocking down the 18-footer.
May pirma na niya yung area na yun.
Mismo.
Sigurado na yun.
Tumpak. And Ryusei Koga crashing into our cameraman on that baseline. That's going to be a turnover once again. Laban sa Brotherhood.
Couple of quick ones. And they bring in Reggie Boy.
This is now a smaller unit on the floor for Coach Britre Roma. Basibas was the one responsible for that shake-up in their offense in the first half.
Yeah, small ball ito. Pero if you look at it, pwedeng mismatch ito pag full length of the floor, especially the guy who's guarding Rodriguez.
Tolentino from way downtown. Yes, sir. Why not? Kyle Tolentino.
Well, two things that's very important there. One, if you're Kyle, you just gotta keep on shooting. Number two, if you miss that shot, you gotta get down defensively kagad kasi sigurado long rebound, fast break kagad yan para dito sa Imus.
11 points in the game for the former Letran Knight. Koga on top.
Watch out for Reggie.
He will take the three. No good. That's off the back iron. Basibas has it. Ariar was all alone on the left side. Did not give it up. And on the leak out, Kyle Tolentino will get another basket. 13 points in the game. More importantly, giving Gensan this 7-point lead.
One of the better, stronger finishers. The length of the floor without putting the ball down and just going up, racing for that layup.
Nice baseball pass to the home run. Larry Rodriguez finding his runner in Kyle Tolentino. And this is now a 46-39 lead for the Gensan Warriors.
Lenny Pacquiao, 50 tayo.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% pagbabago,
50 si Manny.
para sa 100% paglilingkod,
si Manny.
para sa 100% Pinas.
50 ka.
50 tayo. 50 si MB. Kahati mo, si Manny.
Check out our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness among the fans here inside the West Arena in Valenzuela City. Our first game day back from the Holy Week break.
Oh, yeah. How was your Holy Week?
Okay naman, Coach. Nakapagpahinga naman.
Yeah.
I understand you were in Quezon.
Yeah, we were in Quezon, in Unisan. I had a good
Ganda ng
time.
place niyo dun, ha?
Oh, yeah, it's nice. It's called the Beach House by the Cliff. It's a really good place down in Unisan, and I had a really good time with the family. And I'd like to take this chance also to congratulate our granddaughter, Ada, for graduating early school in kinder and getting the Best in English award.
Wow.
Oo. Malamang
Nasa lolo, ah.
most talkative yata yun kasi ganun si Justin, di ba? No, but congratulations to Justin and Camille.
This is our three-point shot of the game, brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's Kyle Tolentino delivering three-pointer number 5 for Gensan.
And how important is that for the Warriors to see that ball go in? Right now, he's got 5 points in this quarter, and got to get back that groove. And the other guy that needs to get going also, Marvin Junicio. He scored real good in the first quarter.
Yeah, these two guys averaging 10.4 points between themselves.
That's right.
That's very low considering how we've seen them the past few seasons, how they have improved dramatically.
Yeah. At the very least, they're double that number.
For sure.
Combined.
Imus is down by 7 points. Caspe on the block against Peruta. Caspe
Oh, wow.
drops a pass to Reggie Boy Basibas.
He's just in the right place at the right time, doing the right things.
Maganda talaga naging amuyan ng dalawang yan sa laro na to, Basibas and Caspe.
Oo.
Rodriguez forced up a shot against Ariar, but Ariar could not stop that second attempt.
Ganda rin ang pagkakapuwersa ni Larry. Really claiming the offensive rebound, and just like a big man would, stick it back in quickly.
Same play here. Caspe sees Basibas, this time on the elbow. A series of moves against Junicio. Gives it up to Ariar. Push shot is no good. That one's short. Caspe with rebound number 6, and he puts it up and in. 3 points the old-fashioned way coming up here para kay JJ Caspe.
Alam kong ano i-contribute no? Kita mo naman yung sipag na yan. And that rebound. Much as we kind of liken other players to different players, si JJ Caspe, one can make an argument, parang Scotty Thompson din.
There seems to be something brewing here between Doligon and Larry Rodriguez, but we're gonna take a short break. Malalaman natin kung ano nangyari after this.
Lenny Pacquiao 50 tayo.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad
50 si Manny.
Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago
50 si Manny.
Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod
si Manny.
Lenny Pacquiao. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas
50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Check out our special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. The MPBL is still live from the West Arena in Valenzuela City, where JJ Caspe is looking to pick up from where he left off in that game against Bataan, where he had a triple-double of 23 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, and 2 blocks, essentially just stuffing the stat sheet. This kid has been spectacular.
Yeah, and that's why I mentioned earlier before the break that we kind of liken him to Scotty Thompson of Ginebra. I mean, he's a small guy that plays as a guard, can also score when needed, can rebound when needed, and can find open guys if need be.
At nakakatuwa lang talaga isipin na a couple of years ago, he was just watching Mindoro's home game. He was just among the spectators. And then a year after that, he was able to play for his hometown squad. And because of that, he got this opportunity now for the Imus Brotherhood, where he is one of the faces, undoubtedly.
At saka importante din yung patuloy pa rin. He just really kept on going, never stopped.
Liu with a 3. High looper of a shot doesn't go. Doligon makes sure Imus gets that possession.
Larry's tired from all that jumping.
Ang kalaban mo naman sa kabila, Basibas, Ariar, tsaka Doligon.
Doligon, no? Lahat lang yun pwede rumiwa. That's why you see Pacquiao right now coming in for Larry. Larry did a good thing inside the floor para dito sa Gensan Warriors. He had 8 minutes of action, 4 points, 2 out of 3 from the field. Go with 5 rebounds and a couple of assists.
Well, if you're talking about good things, Reggie Boy Basibas has done a lot of good things in this game para dito sa Imus Brotherhood. He now has 13 points. And his team is down by just 3. They force a travel against Aaron Heruta.
Right.
Actually, quite an unforced turnover. There wasn't really anybody in front of him.
Correct. Nagmadali lang kumbaga, you can't lift your anchor foot or your pivot foot as you move. That's got to stay planted until that ball bounces on the floor before you can move it.
Doligon on the left side. They want to go to Caspe. This has been their money play. Now it's Joel Liu who is trying to defend him on that block. And there's going to be a foul against the former FEU, Tamaraw. At masakit dyan, penalty na ang Gensan. So 2 free throws are coming up for JJ Caspe.
Right. If my observation is correct, the Imus team was actually running what's called one of the latest offenses now, which is called the bear offense. When you on that ball reversal, you get a big man floating to that ball spot block area. But that didn't happen kay Bangeles kasi nandun na si JJ Caspe, siya na yung pumoste. So, really good stuff here offensively for Imus.
Pinapasalamatan natin ng LGR, the official outfitter of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Caspe goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. He's a 61.9% free throw shooter this year for the Imus Brotherhood. Down by just 1.
Good kick.
Acuna looking to extend it to 4, and he does so with that 3-pointer.
And that's just basketball IQ right there by Joel Liu. Drive through the middle, you understand that that place is crowded, you see your shooter in the opposite corner, give it to him.
Caspe wants it again. JJ looking at the defense, goes to the baseline, nasaraduhan siya ng pinto doon. Naagaw ni Aaron Heruta, and Jed Ong commits the foul there as he was trying to go for the steal.
Right. And ever since Joel Liu came in, Imus has gone through what's called a positional advantage. You see that drive and kick right there, and why not? That's Val Acuna in the corner.
the inaugural season MVP, former MPBL champion with Batangas City, Val Acuña, the former UE Red Warriors, still burning the nets. Jonicio goes inside, the hard drive, he could not finish.
One more.
Acuña, three-pointer, wala rin.
You know that shot was gonna come. Catch and shoot, literal. Val Acuña.
He's always ready.
Oh.
Guitarriar will be called for the loose ball foul. Penalty na rin dito ang Imus Brotherhood. Coach Britre Roma will send Raymar Cacuno and JP Belenchon back inside. Acquiao at the line for 2 shots. Currently with 5 points and 5 rebounds in this game. He has showed quality minutes for Coach Raisel Castro and Coach Boying Diloy sa laro na to.
Well, I'd like to make a quick shout out to Shel Bracamonte, formerly one of our office mates at work, and she's watching right now. A good friend of the mom of JR Ontenko. I think they're in the gym right now.
Oh, talaga?
Yeah, good friend.
Happy viewing.
Galing talaga ni Joel. He sold it.
He sold it.
Yeah. Alam mo na yun, Javi, di ba?
Kung hindi yan naging basketball player, salesman yan.
Oo.
Siyempre, insecret siya.
Oo. Ahente yan, malamang.
Ahente yan, malamang. Business owner. For sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Right.
And he generates a possession here for his squad. Liu matched up here against JB Belenchon. He wants a clear out.
Yeah.
Liu kicks it out. Pacquiao for 3. Nope. That was an empty possession para sa Gensan. Asibas wanted it, but Koga says, no, let's set this one up. Anim ang hinahabol nila dito. About a 2 to 3 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Liu has neutralized JJ Caspe here in this last few minutes. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Koga for 3, no. At Acuna will not have enough time to go for a decent attempt.
They still got 2 seconds here. Enough time. Watch out for Val. You gotta watch out for Val.
They're gonna have to go the full length here. Heruta is tasked to inbound. Liu gets it. Liu fakes out his defender, Koga. But the shot will not go. And that's gonna do it. Imus and Gensan exchanging blows here to end the third quarter.
And finally in this quarter, this is a quarter won by the Gensan Warriors, 21 versus 14. And all because of the recovery of that guy right there, Kyle Tolentino. But JJ Caspe woke up mid part of the third and tried to bring his team back.
Kyle Tolentino with 13 points in this game. Joel Liu had a couple of good passes in that third quarter. That was our highlights of the game, brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. The score after 3, 53 to 47.
Para sa atlitang Pilipino.
Para sa kabataang Pilipino.
Para sa kababaihan, para sa pamilyang Pilipino.
Para sa kinabukasan. At ito po ang MPBL Party List number 77 sa balota.
Our MPBL VIPs, our leadership, of course, led by Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes of the MPBL Party List, Operations Head Emerson Oreta, Security Chief Rudy Distrito, all three of them in the venue here at the West Arena in Valenzuela City, the basketball capital of the Philippines. Ang dami kasi mga team courts dito, Coach.
Oh yeah. I mean, sobrang dami talaga. May mga kanya-kanyang team nga, no?
Mismo. Check out our fan outfit of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Well, the venue is actually starting to fill up.
Oh, yeah.
In anticipation for our main game, the Val City Magic will be defending their home floor against the Sarangani Gripper. You take a look at the quarter scoring in this game as Rene Pacquiao increases the Gensan lead to 8. That third quarter belonged to the Warriors.
Yeah. At pag tinignan mo yung scoring, parang race to 21 points. The teams who had the 21 points actually get the momentum.
Parang laro lang ng 21 or parang pick-up game lang eh.
Oo, totoo.
JJ Caspe trying to will his way to 2 points there. Raymark Acuno couldn't get it back. And Joel Liu, tiningnan pa si Ryusei Koga.
Sinigurado lang niya kung baka mamaya matapigan pa siya.
This is now back to a 10-point lead. The biggest lead of the game for Gensan was 12. Belenson nahihirapan dito against Marvin Jonicio.
Oh,
barely getting it across.
Yeah, barely.
The pressure has intensified defensively for the Warriors. Koga swings to Belenson. JP with an awkward-looking attempt there. Couldn't knock it down. 3-on-2. Advantage Gensan. Heruta gets the bounce pass.
Wow.
Jonicio has to pull it back out.
He didn't like what he saw, so he had to pull it back.
Oh, mabilis naka-recover dun ng Imus Brotherhood.
Right.
Shot clock at 8. Heruta goes left, scoops it up. Wala. Pacquiao! Basket and 1 para kay Rene Pacquiao.
Talk about a big man curling under to free up that side of the floor for that drive by Heruta. Able to locate that missed shot and get it up in.
That has been a staple of the offense of Coach Elvis Tolentino through the years. That curl under or that wheel that other coaches call. And Rene Pacquiao in this game has been doing a good job at it. Not just in that area, Coach. Even from the outside, he has stretched the floor as well sa laro na to. And has helped Gensan establish their biggest lead of the game at 13.
12 points, 4 out of 5 from the field.
Impressive numbers from Rene Pacquiao, the veteran big man. Caspe waits for the screen from Basibas. These two have certainly been playing well together in this game, but that time JJ Caspe says, I'm going to take it for myself. I'm going to take 2 shots at the free throw line.
And so far, the way that I observed how Imus has been going to JJ Casper, they've been liking that matchup with Joel Liu and Marvin Jonicio. They feel they could exploit it, but so far, all the help side defense has made it difficult for JJ Casper to freely score.
Gensan has been playing as a team on the defensive end, just like they have been in their wins. Let's go courtside to Miss Lyra Punsalan.
It looks like JJ Caspe of Imus Brotherhood is indeed in his game today dahil nakapag-recharge na daw siya during the whole week break para umuwi sa Puerto Galera. Sabi niya kahit anong mangyari, di daw siya bibitaw sa laro ngayon bilang point guard at malaki raw ang tiwala niya sa teammates niya, which really gives life to the team's namesake of a solid Brotherhood foundation. Mas nag-improve daw ang team's IQ and communication nila over the past few days at mas naging supportive din daw ang environment sa team nila. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. At siguro, isa pang dahilan kung bakit maganda rin ang laro ni JJ ngayon. Coach, parang bago yung sapatos eh.
Aba, siya nga ano? Yan ba yung bagong Kobe?
Yes, sir.
Sana all.
The Kobe 8 Venice Beach.
I don't know the names that they call it. I understand it's Kobe's. The only reason I know that is because of Riley.
Well, Mark Doligon
Nice, at it again.
is trying to shift the narrative back to the Imus Brotherhood at this point. Ayaw nilang mabaon against this Gensan team, which has been looking very nicely here in the 4th quarter. That's a nice blow by coming from the veteran, Mark Doligon.
Yeah. And one of the, you talked about yung narrative nitong Imus team from previous year to this year. What really has improved on them is, defense. Previously, they were allowing 102 points to their opponents, but right now, it's down to 80. That's a 20-point improvement defensively, and you like that if you're Coach Britt.
And you can attest that to this guy. He has been one of the leaders of Imus this season, and in that game against Batani, he had 14 points. Aside from that defense, his offense has really been flowing this year para dito sa Imus Brotherhood. Ito si Mark Doligo.
Tsaka, he's a very vocal leader that also leads by example. I mean, he's just not just giving instructions, he's doing these things.
Liu kicks it out. Jonicio has all the time in the world. could not connect from the outside. What a heads-up play there by Kyle Tolentino.
Yeah, quick thinking there by Kyle. He knew he was running out of space.
Akala ni Jedong na wala na ng espasyo doon si Tolentino.
Oo.
Kaya lang wala ng challenge. Ito si Coach Britre Roma. He had used that in the first quarter. It was unsuccessful. Liu once again has a bigger man on him, but Jedong goes back.
Yeah, he should like this.
Liu goes to the right side, sees Joniso, this time with a fake. That one's short, pero mapuputokan yata ng 24-second shot clock violation itong Gensan Warriors.
Yeah, it took a while for that offense to develop. They had to wait for that switch. But sumobra siguro ng mga couple of dribbles si Joel Liu before he went to that attack. If make pa si Marwin, kaya naputokan.
The lead is 8 for the Gensan Warriors. Yan ang hinahabol dito ng Imus Brotherhood. This time it's Doligon with a quick attack to the basket, and he draws the foul there against Rene Pacquiao.
To me, that's your best mid-post player if you're Imus. Mark Doligon, I don't think there's anyone on the side of Gensan can stop him from that side of the floor. He faces up. He can shoot it from there. Tries to back down. Ang lakas pa rin ng katawan. And maganda yung footwork.
Former Bacoor City striker. 12 points, 3 rebounds, couple of assists in this game. And he remains perfect from the free throw line. I'd like to give a shout out as well to our colleague Mika Besames, who is watching. She actually was the one who gave me the attention to the shoes of JJ Caspe.
Oh. Grabe naman detalye. Nakita sa TV?
Oo naman, siyempre.
Iba.
Tsaka si Mika very updated yan sa mga hype na sapatos.
Talaga? Ako natututunan ko lang kay Riley.
Tolentino on the left side.
Switch.
Ariar is on him.
Gotta attack that.
Tolentino still has it. Right. Ariar did his very best to try and keep in step.
Right.
But Tolentino was just too forceful on that drive.
And I felt Tolentino really would, take advantage of that situation. Ang nangyari lang, medyo loud yung pagkakaano niya. Dribble niya going to the right side of the floor. If he had attacked at a sharper angle, he would have been ahead downhill.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Tolentino has yet to score here in the fourth quarter.
Right.
He has 13 currently.
Yeah, he had, 5, I think, in the third, right?
Yeah. One out of 2 para kay Kyle Tolentino. Larry Rodriguez papasok para kay Rene Pacquiao. Under 6 minutes to play in this game. We have one more matchup for you guys. The Val City Magic will be defending their home court against the Sarangani Gripper right after this one. Ariar able to draw the foul there against Marwin Jonicio. Jonicio might have thought that medyo manipis yung naging tawag doon. At he readily apologizes to the bench. 15 seconds to work with here for the Imus Brotherhood. Caspe against Nico Elorde. Hands it off to Doligon. Tolentino giving him the left side. He uses the Ariar screen. Doligon will take the 3. That's well defended at Basibas. Got the offensive rebound. Coach Ricky Alcantara is arguing na tumama sa ring. At our scorers table, very adamant on their decision to lift that 24-second shot clock paddle. Coach Britre Roma, his squad is down by 9 points, 62 to 53. Absolutely no need to rush here for the guys in white.
Right.
Masaglang quickly to Elorde. That's stolen by Mark Doligon.
I don't think that's a good spot to give the ball to.
Oh, Doligon was swatted away. Caspe. It ends up in his hands, and he'll take care of business. That's a 3-point shot para kay JJ Caspe. 62 to 56. Can Imus get a stop? Ooh, they give up a foul. That's Caspe telling his teammates, baba naman tayo.
Oo.
He needed help down there. This was the missile attack. Doligon was denied access. And then JJ Caspe just at the right place at the right time.
At saka ang Warriors, they make you pay on a miss or a make shot. And they're gonna continue to attack you and put pressure on the defense. And so, katulad ng sabi ni JJ, baba.
Against Val City, Nico Lorde was good for a double-double. 12 points and 10 rebounds plus 5 assists and 4 steals. One thing that you could definitely say about Nico Lorde as Junicio commits the obvious foul on Reggie Boy Basibas, and that's going to be free throws for Imus.
Yeah.
Nico Lorde, definitely one of the more hard-working players that we have here in the MPBL. He's always going to give it his all.
Oh, yeah. Walang question dun. The guy averages 20 minutes per game. He's the third best scorer para dito sa Gensan Warriors. He's the best rebounder, so to speak, and he's number 2 when it comes to assists. And so, you know, for a guard to be leading in rebounds para sa team mo says a lot of the kind of player that effort-wise Nico has been.
That's just very impressive galing sa kanya, but no surprise to us.
Oo, totoo naman. Tsaka wala pa yung stat dyan ng depensa. Grabe ng depensa yan.
Mismo. Those are the intangibles that Nico Lorde brings to you. He wears that last name on his jersey so proudly.
Yeah.
Rodriguez gets a quick pass and puts it up in the same manner. By the way, Coach, Gensan is doing this without Mark Cruz on the floor.
Oh, yes, agree. And he's been on the bench for quite a while. And we're almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Let alone third quarter, parang halos wala ring action si Mark Cruz.
Rodriguez at the line for 2 shots. 6 the first. One of the better performers as well against Val City, 14 points. That was such a heartbreaker.
Yep.
That game went into overtime and it featured 13 ties and 17 lead changes.
And if you look at the yung stat lines, you'd say, yeah, Gensan Warriors won this. But it really was just steady performance by Val City in the overtime period that led them to that win. They outscored them 15-10.
Ariar just inside the arc. Malakas ang tira. Basibas could not get the offensive rebound. Rodriguez secures it for Gensan. Elorde sees Masaglang in one of his favorite spots on the floor. That rims out the battle for the loose ball. Ends up with a veteran. Larry Rodriguez finishes on the reverse.
Kanina lang pinag-uusapan natin, pagod na si Larry. Pero eto na naman siya, tumatrabaho sa board.
He came in just a couple of possessions ago. Was able to split his charities. This time, nakipaglaban on the glass against Basibas, Caspe, and Kint Ariar. And was still able to come out on top. Larry Rodriguez providing more cushion to the side of the Gensan Warriors. We'd like to greet happy viewing again to Bong and Jem Bakiran of Altrea Beach Resort. Live na live pa rin ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino mula sa West Arena in Valenzuela City. Their home squad will be facing the Sarangani Gripper in just a bit. But for now, we have this game between the Gensan Warriors and the Imus Brotherhood. This is still Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Mike Perez and Miss Lyra Punsalan. By the way, Coach, mali pala ako. Yung sapatos ni JJ Caspe at saka ni Kint Ariar is Kobe Watda, hindi Kobe Venice Beach.
Oh, see? I learned something new today.
Pati ako, hindi ako updated. Kita mo naman.
Actually, yung reason for the names, I don't know also. So, you gotta educate me on that.
That's a dangerous pass that was made by Ariar. Good thing Imus will keep possession here.
Yeah, and si Mark Doligo was trying to go backdoor pero hindi pa niya naiiwan yung depensa kaya natapigan siya ng pasa na yun from Larry. Good flare.
Doligon has to take it soon. Doligon leans in. There's going to be a foul against Gensan.
And Kyle knew from the onset that Mark was going to drive going baseline because he loves to put the ball with his left hand. But, you know, malakas rin talaga.
Doligon cans the first. Imus as a team in this game from the free throw line is 12 out of 19. Ayan. Yan yung Kobe 8 what the.
What the? Ano ga ibig sabihin ng what the?
Hindi ko rin alam, coach. So it's 2 for 2 para kay Mark Doligon. And this is just a 7-point lead. Marami pang oras sa laro na to. Imus needs stops.
I was gonna say bigla tuloy ako napag-google.
Masaglang from the baseline.
Oh, yeah.
This time, he knocks it down.
Tama ka doon. Yun nga ang favorite spot niya sa floor. No? That left side short corner.
He makes it a 9-point lead. Once again, both teams are already above the limit.
Tsaka kita mo dumipensa. Talagang defensive stance. Oh, that's a foul. Unsportsmanlike, clearly.
So is that in the criteria for a clear path foul?
Nah, I don't think that's a clear path. It's really more of what's called in FIBA they call that the parang ano eh, the old man pickup game rule na may advantage yung kalaban mo sa fast break, ayaw mo ibigay kaya foul mo na kagad. Ito yun eh. Ayan, that's
there
it.
you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of like offside in football.
Right. I'm not sure kung if you consider Bang Angeles being there already. Kaya hindi clear path.
The referees are reviewing this. 3 minutes and 11 to go in this game. Coach Boying Diloy taking this opportunity to huddle up his players on that Gensan sideline. Coach Britre Roma still searching for solutions to the problems that Imus is currently facing at this moment. They had good momentum coming into the fourth quarter, but Gensan just stepped on the gas and has made sure that Imus would not come close. Pero gaya na nga sinabi natin kanina, mahaba pa ito.
Oo. Pero this time, 3 minutes, maybe a last run, be more efficient on the field, defend without fouling because both teams are already in penalty. You know, you gotta commit lesser mistakes.
Well, the turnovers have really killed Imus in this game, although they've been able to minimize it here in the second half, Coach.
That's right. That's right. Hindi na ganun katulad kanina na sobrang sunod-sunod talaga eh, na minimize nila kahit papaano. But the 15 points of turnovers that Gensan Warriors have earned through their defense really helped them a lot.
They had 8 in the first half.
Right. It led to fast breaks. Plus 8 in the fast break.
Penalty situation.
So it's just a regular foul called on JJ Caspe. Lucky for Imus that it wasn't upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul.
And so it didn't look like he was holding on to Nico in that situation.
Elorde knocks down the first. And Nico Elorde following up that game against Val City with another good performance. 10 points, 5 assists. 4 out of 6 from the free throw line. There you see his better half. It's there Carmen Elorde. Always very supportive of her husband.
Always. Yung Elorde yata talaga ganun eh. Kasi si Alec ganun din eh. Full support eh. Si Chelsea.
Ooh! Oh, that was almost a travel.
Oh yeah.
Caspe, the spin, the one-hander doesn't go. Empty possession for the Brotherhood.
Yeah, and they can afford that. Now you gotta get a stop real quick.
Masaglang swings it to an open Nico Elorde, but closing out was JJ Caspe. Basiba switches out.
Oh, he lost
on the point guard. Elorde, a little stop and go. Almost dragged his pivot foot. Masaglang, that's a tough look. Caspe pulls down. Rebound number 7 in this game. Ariar is wide open. Apreku comes up to him. Somebody's down. They're playing 4-on-5 essentially here, but I don't think the Imus players see it. Eventually, itinawag na ng ating mga officials. That's Elorde holding on to his right eye.
I didn't notice that. I just saw Kent Ariar signaling, a flop. That's what he's saying. I'm not sure if Kent was actually involved in that. See that?
Tingnan natin yung nangyari. Basibas, there you go. There was an elbow swung. Ayun, sapul sa mukha eh.
Oh, yeah. But regardless whether he sold it or not, that was clearly.
Coach, I don't think he sold it.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was really hit. I don't think you have to sell that kind of movement.
Tsaka
He was there until the moment na natamaan siya eh.
Pero ang bigat ng binigay niya.
Mabigat.
Mabigat siya.
Kasing tulis ba naman ang siko ni Reggie Boy Basibas?
Right.
Oh, this is definitely grounds for an
But when review
unsportsmanlike foul.
foul on number 10, Reggie Boy Basibas for act of violence.
Yeah.
Third foul on Reggie Boy Basibas.
Basibas will be called for that unsportsmanlike foul. That's number 3 on him.
Yeah, could be frustration as well on the side of Reggie Boy because he was pretty good in the first half. And, coming silent here in the second. Oh, yeah. Clearly. That's how it was so much better.
Basibas only had 5 points to show for here in the second half. He had 9 in the first 2 quarters.
How many attempts did he have in the first half?
4 out of 6.
4, yeah, 4, right. 4 out of 6. And so after that, he only had 3 more attempts. That's all the touches that he got.
Well, both coaches making some changes here. Val Acuña will be taking the free throws in lieu of Nico Elorde. Ooh, Val Acuña missing on the first free throw.
Surprising,
Acuña is a 75% free throw shooter this season. He goes 1 out of 2. I'd be surprised if he misses both.
Yeah. Napaka-rare na, no?
So it will be same ball here.
You got to score real quick.
Lorde there on the bench. He looks okay. Oh no. Imus will be keeping possession here. Interesting. I thought
too that was going to swing the other way, right?
So this is a chance for the Brotherhood here. About to be inside the final 2 minutes of this one. That's a missed attempt from the outside para kay JJ Caspe.
Well, the hope there is that if he makes this will be a single-digit deficit.
Well, now the Warriors have a chance to put more nails in the coffin. Apreku at the elbow.
Watch out.
Acuña, this could be the dagger. That one's long. Caspe able to grab it ahead of Felix Apreku, pero siya naman ang natamaan sa ulo.
Ibang klase rin rumibang to si JJ.
This is our great move of the game, born for greatness. Talaga nga naman, ito si Mark Doligo, and he has shown us a lot of these shots throughout this entire season. Those big hands just really help him with those kinds of attempts.
Yung flexibility, to be able to adjust in situations like these.
So it's gonna be 2 free throws para kay JJ Caspe dahil pareho na nga naging nasa penalty ang parehong kupunan dito.
Yep. He's 7 of 9 so far this game.
Able to can the first. This is just a regular foul, by the way. After the review, our referees ruled that walang unsportsmanlike foul na may itatawag.
He makes this 10-point game.
18 points in the game para kay JJ Caspe. Imus needs stops. That has come at a low rate here in the 4th quarter para sa Brotherhood.
Same action. Take 3.
Tolentino. One dribble in. No, Apreku
No.
Could not get the putback. Another opportunity here for Gensan. All they have to do is put out as much clock as possible. But Tolentino goes for the quick shot and knocks it down. That's a dagger coming from Kyle Tolentino.
Well, he's trying to finish off what he started actually in the first quarter. It was his scoring in that first run that helped out establish momentum on the side of the Warriors.
18 points in the game para kay Kyle Tolentino. And he is featured here in our Play of the Game that's brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Well, actually, JJ Caspe went under because he was playing the percentage. You understand that, hindi na nakashoot for quite a while from 3 itong si Kyle. But Kyle sank it.
The league on 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in this game, making that 16 markers now for the former Bacoor City striker. The three-point shooting, coach, that has been really inconsistent for Gensan, a team that likes to shoot it from the outside this season.
That's right. And, in a game from last season, they normally would get roughly about 22 attempts, which is almost the same from this season, at least early in their games. The makes are almost the same as well. It's roughly about 6 to 7. And so, you like to think nawala ba dahil sa mga nawala mga ibang players? Mukhang hindi, because a lot of it has come from Mark Cruz for the most part.
Well, one thing for sure, Coach Boying Diloy and Coach Raisel Castro would want to see from his other players, particularly Marvin Dionisio and Kyle Tolentino, is more production from beyond the arc.
Correct.
Or more production in general. Mark Doligon has been showing that for Imus this season. But this is now a lost cause for the Brotherhood.
Right.
Down by 10 points, 20 seconds to go.
Yeah.
It was just a good job to finish the game here by the Gensan Warriors. Masaglang turns it over. 7 seconds left, and that's going to do it. Imus will fall down to another defeat here. Their second straight loss after that 3-game winning streak, while Gensan snaps their 4-game losing run.
Yeah. And that one could have been 4-0 right now, considering yung gaano dikit yung mga laban na yun. But I guess this whole week break has done well for Coach Boying Diloy and the Gensan Warriors, and thankfully, Kyle's back to his old form.
They lost to Pampanga, they lost to Abra, they lost to Caloocan, and lost to Val City most recently in overtime. But Kyle Tolentino definitely had a strong start and a strong finish for the Gensan Warriors in this game, helping them to this victory. He's our best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Yeah, and it's very important for the Gensan Warriors to see other guys like Kyle Tolentino and Marvin Dionisio to finally get back to form.
74-64, a bounce-back victory for the Gensan Warriors, who climb up to 3-4. Kyle Tolentino is at courtside with Miss Lyra Ponsalon.
I'm with the best player of the game, Kyle Tolentino of the Gensan Warriors. Kyle, congratulations on your first best player of the game for the season, and indeed consistent ka from the first up to the finish. And can you share us a little bit about how did you recharge during the Holy Week break to be in such a winning mindset?
Siguro yung Holy Week, inano ko lang yun para mag-meditate. Yung nag-rest lang ako sa buong Holy Week. Siyempre, nagdasal ako kasi knowing yung mga last few games sa amin, nagtatatalo kami, sobrang pangit din ng performance ko. So, nung Holy Week, nagdasal lang ako kay Lord. Sabi ko, pagka itong next year, bigay niya sa akin, bibigay ko lahat ng credit sa kanya. So, wala akong binibigyan ng credit kundi kay Lord tsaka sa mga coaching staff na walang sawang sumuporta sa akin, and sa mga teammates ko na patuloy yung kumpiyansa na binibigay sa akin.
And given that this is your first win after 4 straight losses, how do you plan to contribute further para ma-maintain yung winning streak ng Gensan Warriors?
Siguro yung role ko lang din talaga sa team, and yung pagiging bata namin, yun yung siguro magiging advantage namin. Kasi yung mga past few games namin, medyo lousy kami lalo na sa defense namin eh. So, itong buong break namin, nung last break namin, yun yung winner ko namin yung defense namin tsaka yung ano namin, transition.
Any greetings, Kyle?
First of all, syempre, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa mga coaches ko, sa mga teammates ko, sa girlfriend ko, si Charlene, yung family niya, sila tita, sila mami, sa bahay, si Kirk, kapatid ko, yung papa ko, and yung lolo ko na nasa hospital ngayon, pagaling ka, and yung lolo at lola ko, and sino pa ba? Yung mga teammates ko, sila Coach D, Beyond Drip, and wala, yung mga, eto, sila ate, nanonood. Sila mama, sila Kirk, sila Tichu.
Maraming salamat, Kyle Tolentino, our best player of the game from Gensan Warriors. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Kenan, Coach Mike? Javi and Coach Mike?
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Up next, we have the Sarangani Gripper going up against the Val City Magic. Still here at the West Arena in Valenzuela City. Stay tuned for more action here at the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.